Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk with Lady T now. So, this is Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 1. It's been some time and I miss you guys. We got a new season of Married at First Sight. So don't go nowhere. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And I miss you guys. It's been a while, y'all. Honestly, y'all, it's been a while. So how has everyone been? I must admit that season 12 of Married at First Sight was very exhausting. And even the way it dragged out. So when the new season started, I was like, okay, Thumma, you gotta watch. Okay, Thumma, you gotta record. And so I love this show, don't get me wrong, but I felt like it was somewhat of a I gotta get this done. So here I am. I'm ready to talk to you guys. I don't want to go too much into all the specific details about the couples. I'm pretty sure at this point into this couple episodes of the season, you guys kind of already got a feel of what you already know. So I pretty much want to kind of like skim through it a little bit and then talk about the first wedding, because this episode we only had one wedding so far. So the episode starts off with the couples letting their families know that they're getting married. That's always an interesting episode because you get to see the raw reaction from the family members and kind of how they adjust to knowing what these news is, because mind you, they only have 2 weeks. So this is about to happen, ready or not. And so I start off with Gil and Marla. Now, Gil, he said he's been searching for some time. He seems like he's a hopeless romantic. He does seem a little laid back, whereas though Marla seems, they call it bougie on the show, but I don't want to call her bougie, but they just basically call it like, she's more into herself. You know what I mean? With her pedicures and her facials and stuff like that. And he's just kind of like a laid back. He's not uptight, a stickler type of person. Right along to Zach and Michaela. Now, I don't want to be biased. It's early on in the episodes and in the season. Last season, starting off, I already had favorites. But I do like Michaela's energy. I gotta say, she has some energy with her. I feel like she's gonna bring it for the season. She's a little older than Zach, and Zach seems a little like, but I really do think they'll be a good match. I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen in the next couple weeks. However, Michaela just seemed excited when she sat down with her family. We found out that she's a realtor. We found out she just wants real love. Like, she's like, I really want to have that like real thing, that passion. She's just ready for that. And you can tell that she is. And then on the other hand, with Zach, he's never been in love. So here we go, one of them situations where we're like, okay, we have a person who's saying he's never been in love. However, is it even possible? If you've never been in love and you've probably been with people as long as this show is going to be, is giving you the opportunity to fall. Will you be able to fall in love that fast if you've never been? Do you even know what love is and feels like? Would you even know that that's what love is when it comes? And so that's the only thing that kind of is like, when it comes to Zach, because, I'm curious to know, like, will he be able to? However, I'm rooting for that couple. I really do like that couple. The next couple that I want to talk about briefly is Johnny and Bob. Now, Johnny and Bao gets married on this episode. We'll talk about that a little later. But I first wanted to talk about Johnny seems very picky. Very picky. And the craziest part to me when I look at Bao is almost like looking at him like she seems like a stickler as well and seems very picky. She's not a pushover. I think anybody who puts themselves in this position and goes through this process is definitely in the mindset of at least giving it a try. Now, we do see some failed relationships in past seasons. However, just that step to even be here is a big deal. And so again, with these two, I feel like they might be one of our energy couples too. Like, I feel like they would bring on some good energy for the show. Prayerfully, not a whole lot of drama. I know some viewers like to see drama, but I really like to see real love. And I feel like, you know, with them being reconnected, as we find out later on in this episode, I think that's an actual, a good direction to where they need to go. So I'm excited about them. Moving right along. So the next couple that I want to talk about today is Ryan and Brett. Now, Ryan, he's dated a lot. He's talked about it in this episode. He's been to 50 plus dates, you know, so he's dated a lot. And I feel like he reached that point where he's like, okay, I've done this, I've done it, I've done this, I've done it. I'm ready to settle down. Like, this is it. I'm just ready. And I'm hoping that, you know, as we peel back the layers of Ryan, that a lot of the reason why all those dates and all those other women didn't work is not something that is something going on with him. When it comes to Brett, now hasn't been intimate with anybody within the last 2 years. That can always be something too, because she can be a bit disconnected from intimacy for her to just jump from being with no one and not even kissing or hugging to be having a whole husband and sleeping in the same bed together. Now, hopefully she can adjust well to that. However, she just felt like she's never been in something that was really committed. And that's kind of sad, because it's like, okay, you've been in a couple of relationships, but nothing was committed. And this is your age. So I don't know if it was because these men were not taking her serious or really what that is. I'm sure over time, after a few episodes, we will find out exactly what she's been talking about. Hoping that what they both have to offer comes to the forefront and they're able to do well. I'm really rooting for this season of couples. Like, we got 5. We need 4 out of 5. Please. Moving right along. So my next couple is Rachel and Jose. Now, Rachel, I like Rachel. I like her personality so far. She just seems pretty mellow. Her friends say that she could be a bit passive, whereas though people can actually take advantage of her. And so I'm hoping that, because I see how strong Jose's personality seems to be, I'm hoping that Rachel is not gullible, right? Doesn't get taken advantage of. Last season, I'm not trying to say that Paige was gullible, but she came on strong. Like, oh yeah, she ain't gonna let this happen. And then throughout the episode, once they started getting intimate, we started seeing stuff happen that we like, oh wait, no, wait, don't do that. Wait, not that. So not to compare Paige and Chris to Jose and Rachel. However, I just want to just pinpoint that, you know, with the way her friends are saying it, how she can be too accommodating sometimes. I just hope that she stick to what she wants out of her marriage and her relationship. And hopefully Jose already brings that to the table. But if he doesn't, that she's actually able to speak up on that. Other than that, you know, she did say she was in a relationship 6 months ago and it didn't work out because the other guy cheated. Jose, he's proud of who he is and all his accomplishments and his degrees, and he got this and he got that, and he go on and on about what he's done and what he has. And I just hope that doesn't overcrowd the marriage, which it shouldn't, but it all depends on that person to make sure that they don't allow it to overpower the situation or the marriage or the relationship. Finally, last but not least, let's talk about this first wedding. So this first wedding is Bao and Johnny. Now, we talked about Bao and Johnny a little bit in the beginning of this video, just a little bit about their personalities. And so you see in the episode where they give the gifts, Bao gives Johnny a groom survival kit, which I thought was cute and thoughtful. It shows a little bit of her personality. However, when Johnny gave Bao her gift, and when Bao opened it and she saw that it was a jersey, she was just like, oh my gosh. She was so upset. And so I'm like, it's all right. I'm over here, listen, y'all. I was talking to the TV. Bow, it's okay, okay? Like, you cannot judge everything off of that jersey. She was just like, oh, what was her name? I wanted a brilliant, noble mind. Like, you know, she wants this nerd. She doesn't want anybody into sports. She doesn't want anybody that's like that. She wants somebody that's like a scientist. And so all I could do was chuckle because I'm like, come on, Bow. Like, it's all right. However, when they walked down the aisle, they recognized each other. So I was like, oh gosh. So initially, you know, you see it on the commercial, they make it like, oh gosh, oh look, they know each other, like it's not gonna work out. However, when we got a chance to figure out how they knew each other, we found out that they were both in college together. They knew of each other but never dated. So I think that's actually a good thing. So it's not like they have any past baggage within this relationship. It's all brand new still to them. Bao said that Johnny was a bit of a player back then. So I can believe it. And Johnny just said, oh wow, I never would have thought it would be Bao, kind of thing. So they both seemed really interested in each other. Although Johnny is into sports, I think it's actually gonna help that Bao that she already knows Johnny, because now she knows that he is smart and he does have brains. Now Johnny did seem a little irritated when he was on the Unfiltered and they asked him as far as how Bao felt about the jerseys. And Johnny said he didn't like the fact that she was real judgmental. And so even Bao, she even said when in one of the episodes, like in one of the pre-episodes, that she knows she has a lot of work to do. She can be very, like just her personality, she knows that. And so Johnny just said that wasn't a nice trait. Like he didn't like the fact, like, wow, you judging me because of the gift I gave you, but you never even really got to get to know me. Or judge me from the Johnny you knew back in college, but you don't know who I am. So, here we are at a new episode, new season this week. I'll be back to try to recap. Hopefully get a little bit more juicier as we get into it. This is just my first pre-video / the first wedding. And I will see you guys next week. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm putting on new videos. I plan on coming on here every week. That is the goal. I miss you guys. I want you to be a part of the family. Don't forget to like the page. And we gonna chat. Bye.